Now you know I'm coming through. When the growth look good on you, best believe they wanna screw now. I've been trying to climb, devil threw me in the dark. Baby, don't be insecure, you can still go make a mark like blow. Could never let them drain my soul now. Blow. Table turning like doorknobs, wow. Blow. I think I'm about to set sail. I'm a walking, living legend, walking with my chest out. Life keep dealing me cards, I keep feeling it lost.
What's going on, people? What is going on? It's G. You know what time it is. You know what it is. We are back in the building. And yes, finally, it's been a minute. Spoken to a few people in regards to this. And I said, you know what? Why not just, let's just got my laptop back. I said, we're back in the building. So I said, we need to do this football manager save. And yes, this one is just for my football manager heads. So I do appreciate all the love and support. If you guys are obviously just tuning in for the first time and you're a football manager head and you haven't really watched any of the content or anything like that, please make sure you subscribe to the channel, man. We've got so much more content coming out throughout the rest of the year. So first and foremost, make sure you smash that like. And secondly, so obviously I wanted to do a football manager save, trying to figure out which team should I choose? Should I choose Liverpool? Of course, that's a team that I support. But I thought, nah, the Liverpool saves are usually kind of boring. I'll be honest with you. I never really found those kind of saves interesting. Maybe when we were actually poor, it was better. And that's just because Liverpool are naturally, especially since Jurgen Klopp's kind of been here in the last few seasons, we're naturally a good team anyway. So if I choose them, it's like there's no real challenge here. Do you know what I mean? It would only really be for my ego just to be like, yeah, I was manager of Liverpool. I won 30 Premier Leagues by the time I decided to give up the save and, all of that kind of stuff. And I said, nah, those kind of saves are boring. And I'm an old school football manager head. Do you know what I mean? So I need a challenge. I need to do something that's going to at least keep me entertained and kind of engaged within the actual game throughout like a long period of time. I think my longest save, I'm trying to think how many seasons we went through, and I think we went past, I'm sure I did 30 seasons. I'm sure I've got an achievement on Football Manager 22, might be 22, Football Manager 22, 21 or 22. I'm sure I did about 30 seasons with the same team. Like, didn't change over the team. But that was starting from the Vanarama Leagues, League South, I think I was. Can't remember, excuse me, which team I was. But yeah, starting from there. And then I worked my way up. And then, yeah, obviously that takes about, I don't know, like 5 to 7 years, if not longer, actually, because I wasn't just getting promoted all the time. So yeah, that took a while. And then by the time you actually get into the Premier League, you're just trying to solidify yourself. Then you're trying to win all the other trophies. So Europa League, this was before even Conference League, so whatever seasons that they were. So it's like win the Europa League, then you got to win the Champions League, League Cups, the FA Cups, Charity Shield. I got to win everything. And then once you won it once, I'm not trying to do the one thing. You know what I mean? I don't really do that. I need to win it like multiple times to really solidify myself as a top manager in Football Manager. But yeah, so yeah, I think that's kind of been my thing. So I said, everyone was taking a piss. They were trying shit. And really, it's Jerry's fault. It's Enz's fault. Do you know what I mean? Because they were chatting shit. But I said, you know what? We're going to run with it. So I said, you know what? Let's be the manager of Crystal Palace. Why not? Why not do a save with Crystal Palace? You know what I mean? Support your local, as they like to say to me. So I'll do that. I'll support the local. So in this video, and I'm going to be dropping these videos. I don't know the frequency yet. I may potentially just drop these because they're not going to be long. I don't want to bore you guys. If you play Football Manager, watching someone for too long on Football Manager, unless it's live, can get a little bit boring. I said, you know what, I might do a live show. You guys kind of give me the feedback in the comments. It's obviously just the first episode. So let me know how you think I should do it next episode. Do you think just go live for an hour kind of thing and kick it? Or I might just pre-record these and then upload this, but upload it as a live, and then I can jump in the comments and then you guys can let me know what I'm doing wrong. We can have banter because I'm going to lose games regardless kind of thing. So yeah, well, you guys just, of course, just give me the feedback when you guys watch this back on the playback. But we're going to dive in to my Crystal Palace save. I've already set up my tactics, set pieces and all that kind of crap already. because I said that could take quite a while, but I'm going to go through everything anyway so you guys can see. As I mentioned before, I am an old school football manager head, so there are probably certain things that I don't do because I know I don't need to do certain intricacies because I know the reality of not doing them isn't going to affect the game, too much in itself. But again, this is just more for the football manager has the new guys, and there's going to be some old school guys who are going to watch this and be like, oh, gee, why don't you do this? Or why don't you do that? I take on all feedback and criticism, man, especially on football manager as well. That's probably the one game where I'm like, okay, cool. You know what? I learned so much, and big up all the football manager content creators out there because I learned so much from their tactics, what style to play, what's a good tactic to use with a certain type of team. It may be the tactic I'm using, why is it going so wrong, kind of thing. I've stumbled across tactics, in seasons where I'm like, right, this is actually working for my team, kind of thing. So yeah, man, like I said, all feedback, all constructive criticism, please let me know in the comment section. But again, I'm gonna drop this one as a live actually. So yeah, I'll be in the chat. Let me know, and then yeah, let me know anything else that you guys feel I should do. So without further ado, let's just dive into this straight away. All right, let's get this up. Hopefully you guys, of course, see this. I hope I don't record all of this and then find out no, it didn't even really go through. That will piss me off. That piss me off. All right. Boom, boom, boom. Cool. All right. So let me just double check, make sure this is coming up properly. Yeah. Looks like you guys can hopefully see this. So let's dive into it, man. Let's dive into it. You guys can already see. I was Silver Fox and them thing there. Come on, Just G. Crystal Palace have today confirmed the appointment of Just G as the club's new managers. Eyebrows have been raised in the world of football at the appointment of the inexperienced 31-year-old, and he is sure to face plenty of questions when he faces the media for the first time at Selhurst Park. He replaces previous manager Roy Hodgson. Bun Roy Hodgson anyway. So, of course, you guys already know, again, if you play Football Manager, if you play FIFA, you already know. There's certain messages in your inbox and stuff like that, bro. I don't really need to, I'm not trying to read all of that, and I don't actually really even care about half of the stuff anyway, to be honest with you, because not to say it's pointless information, but it's not really things that I'm going to dive into in this kind of save here. Obviously, of course, if you guys want to, face me, online or anything like that, then yeah, we can really get to the crux of it. And if you feel I should do it as well, please let me know in the comment section. As I mentioned, this one will be quite a bit long, but the rest of them, I want to try and keep them to about 30-40 minutes. Just chopping up with you guys in the chat. Like I said, you're going to see me lose games. You're going to see me win games. You're going to see me probably get slapped, whatever. I'm just here for the bants and for the fun. So let's dive into it. So Crystal Palace, this is obviously just a supporter profile update. So we've got 12% of hardcore fans. We've got 37% of just core fans. Family, it is a bit of a family club, to be fair, having gone down to Selhurst Park a couple of times over the years. Yeah, it does have that kind of feel, I'll be honest with you, but is what it is. Fair weather fans, we've got 13%. We've got 3% corporate fans and 13% casual fans. I want to try and change over a period of time. I want to try and change that. Do you know what I mean? Because we want to get, of course, you kind of want your hardcore fans, but I'll be real, Football Manager, I'm trying to make some money. So I'm trying to get that corporate, popping. We've got 18,000 season ticket holders, and we've got 10,000 in the waiting list, which is actually pretty cool. The supporters' influence on the board is really, really low. Let's keep that low. I'm not trying to see that get higher and these lot start chatting shit. You know what I mean? I'm trying to be like a Simon Jordan type of vibe, but at the same time, a nicer version. You know what I mean? A nicer version. Supporter culture and expectations. So this right here is what the supporters believe we should be doing this season. So not necessarily from the board, it's more from the supporters. We should record a Premier Division top half finish, develop players using the club's youth system, be competitive against Brighton. That one's a funny one. When I read that, I was actually laughing because I said, that's actually crazy for you to even have that on your, to have that as a thing on your list. be competitive against Brighton. Like that's crazy, but they've got their rivalry as they do. Get the better of our rivals Millwall if we happen to play against them. So boy, I know for a fact if we face each other in the Carabao Cup or in the FA Cup, yeah, man can't lose. I definitely can't lose them kind of games. So to the club's vision and expectations, this is where either I accept this or I have to negotiate something. But more time, I'll usually just accept it. They want me to the board culture, develop players using the club's youth system, sign players under the age of 23 for the first team, sign players under the age of 20 for the future, sign players from the lower levels of the domestic game. Yeah, all right, fair enough. They want me to sign players to sell for a profit, break even in the transfer market, and work within the wage budget. When you guys see the wage and the transfer budget, it's crazy. They want me to expand the stadium. I always find that one a bit weird because I'm always like, bro, you're the chairman. I'm the manager. Like you expand the stadium, like do it whenever you feel. But I guess with Football Manager, they try and give you quite a lot of control and stuff like that within the game. So I guess I can kind of understand to a certain degree. But in terms of the 5-year plan, they will meet, and this is obviously season 1, record a Premier Division top-half finish, be competitive in the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup, grow the club's reputation, work towards developing the Premier Division's best youth system. Okay, no pressure. My contract obviously ends at the end of 24-25 season. Maintain a Premier Division top-half finish, grow the club's reputation, work towards developing all of that. And it's pretty much the same. It's pretty much the same, to be honest, for the next few seasons if I was to stay in charge. And I guess that's if I stay in and around the same kind of finishes every single season. But yeah, we'll see anyway. We'll go through one season throughout these episodes, and then we'll see if we continue on or if I get sacked, prior to that. Here are the Crystal Palace players in the last year of their contract. We've got Will Hughes, James Tompkins, Jeffrey Schlupp. Kind of surprised by that. I thought they would have sorted that out. Riedewald, should I say? Sorry. Joel Ward, Nathaniel Klein, Remy Matthews, Boateng, Caden Rodney, Akinwale, Jaden Raymond, Noah Watson, Nascimento, Rio Cardenas, and I think these are just like the youth kind of guys who are just plotting in there. You can see in terms of whether they think I should offer these guys a contract or not. Will Hughes obviously being the one that they're really looking at, helps us fulfill squad registration rules. But you can see they got quite a lot of players, man. You know what I mean? This is like my first team from, if you look from Nathaniel Klein up, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 6 players. And you know what I mean? In my first team, and Crystal Palace don't have like that big of a team where we're just like, oh yeah, don't worry about it. Do you know what I mean? Also, just to let you guys know, when it comes to like the setting of the manager, now, like I said, I'm an old school football manager head. I'm not here playing your friendlies and that. We're not doing that. I don't care about these friendlies. Not that I don't care. I'd rather just see the result of them. I let the assistant manager deal with quite a lot at the football club. Of course, I'll deal with like, which players to scout and, etc., etc. The football side of things, the hiring even of staff and stuff like that. Unless I see one that I'm like, oh yeah, let's get this guy in. Otherwise, more often than not, I let the board or the ownership kind of, deal with that kind of side of things. More so just because just for the purpose of this save, more just for the focus that sometimes it can get really, really long. Like we could be here for a very, very long time. Maybe when I'm doing my actual save that I'm doing right now with Brighton, then I will go into those kind of intricacies because I like these really, really long saves. But just for the purpose of these kind of videos, I kind of just want to show you guys, the more or less the kind of basics. And again, if there is any more that you guys feel I should kind of dive into, then please let me know. So let's get into it. This is the preseason preparation. It's for 5 weeks. The season starts on the 12th of August. Preseason schedule. You know what? Let's make it tactical. Let's make it quite a tactical one, actually. I feel like fitness you can kind of build up throughout the season anyway. So let's make it a tactical thing. I'm gonna go with that for now. Obviously, this is my injury list. Fucking hell, we got Nathan Ferguson out for 2 to 3 months. You've got Mateus Franco is out for 3 months. Elise, that's the key one, and we're gonna go through the players in a bit. That's the one I saw, and I was like, bro, Elise of all people, like brother, Come on, man. Adam Wharton out for only up to 2 weeks. And obviously Nathan Ferguson and Jeffrey Schlupp, these are reoccurring injuries. So maybe I do need to be a bit more careful. So maybe doing that preseason schedule, just tactical, maybe we can sort that out. But of course, we'll start trying to see if we can sign players and things like that. Obviously, this is just the squad's selection rules. And yeah, this is it. So obviously in this save that I've done, it's done it, I think, the beginning of the season, how much it's already got the signings of the players that people would have already signed. So, for example, Alexis McAllister, of course, they're already at Liverpool. Yeah, all the summer signings are already at their clubs, kind of thing. So, yeah, I don't know if it does the January ones, but we'll find out very, very soon. So, yeah, let's accept this current vision for the club, and let's take a look at the tactics. So, in fact, no. Let's go through the actual squad in itself. I'm not going to go through the entire squad. You guys can, of course, see this on your screen. I mean, the thing is, yeah, it's not even like we've got a small squad. Like, in fact, let me even count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 26 players. So, yeah, we do actually have a relatively small squad. Of course, we already know the big name in the team is going to be Mikel Elise. He is signed up until 2027, which is actually good for me. Let me even double check just in case this brother's got some stupid release clause, because I don't really want to have to just lose him randomly. If I do have to lose him, I want it to be on my terms at the bare minimum. So yeah, he hasn't got any of that. We can see Elise, obviously the best player in the team, crossing at 16, dribbling 16, first touch, 16, vision 16, decision 16. He's got decent pace as well and acceleration. What else is really good about him? Long shots, pretty good. Free kick taken, really, really good. So when he comes back from injury, yes, you are going to be on free kicks and penalties potentially, but we'll take a look to see if there's anybody else. Off the ball, that could be worked on if I'm being honest, but when he comes back from injury, we'll pattern that up. But yeah, I think this is a really, really good player, to be honest with you. Probably, like I said, the best player in the team, closely followed by Eze. This is a player I really, really like. This is actually a player I wanted Liverpool to actually sign. You can see dribbling 17, technique 17, composure 16, flair at 17 over here. His vision, teamwork, work rate, really, really good as well. So he's going to kind of be my midfield general, if I'm being totally honest with you. But of course, we'll see the tactics in a minute. Agility and balance, really, really good. Free kicks, could be better. Passing, good at 15. So yeah, the two best players in the team. I think one of the things that I noticed straight away with this squad is that you've got 3 strikers or 3 players who can play up front, but bro, these men are dead. Like, if I'll be honest, with the style that I'm trying to play, I'm even considering should I just sell this guy, but it would just depend on who I can bring in and who I can't bring in. If I'm being totally honest with you. I mean, Mateta finishing's at 14. Maybe I should just keep him for one season, because we'll take a look here. If I show you guys, we've only got 600,000 in the transfer budget and 20,000 in the wage. So man ain't really got room to just, I mean, like, if I'm gonna get someone, it's gonna definitely be on loan. It's gonna definitely be on loan. Take a look here. This is the squad planner. Yeah, it says youth prospects. They think Joe Whitworth. They think he's the strongest player we currently have. Let's take a look at the players they think they can play in attacking midfield. Obviously, Elise, the best right winger that we've got. Eze, actually the best attacking left winger, but I don't think I'm going to realistically play him in that position. So to the tactics. So first thing you notice straight away, G ain't got no strikers. What's G even on? So like I said, I was scouring, I was doing my research and, trying to figure out and, trying to see what's going on with the, with the team tactics that I think I can use, can't use, and all that kind of stuff. And I kind of landed upon this one. Now, it's kind of a mock-up of someone else's tactics mixed in with my own kind of thought process behind it. So we've got it's 4-3-3, but with no striker. Gegenpress, attacking men mentality. Yeah, that's I do think that that's probably the best tactic to use for something like this, especially for a team like Crystal Palace. Like I mentioned before, they don't, even the striker that they do have. Yeah, maybe in games, if I'm really pushing, I can just push him, of course, up top. But I would just prefer to play with that kind of false number 9, so to speak. So in possession, the attacking width is going to be fairly narrow. We're going to pass into space, focus play through the middle, play out of defense, passing directness, standard tempo. I want it to be really, really high. We know what the gegenpress is all about. Jurgen Klopp has obviously shown us that over the years. When possession has been lost, I want us to counter press. When possession has been won, I want us to counter. I want the goalkeeper to distribute to the centre backs and take short goal kicks or take short kicks out. And when we're out of possession, I want there to be a really, really high line. It's not actually the highest line that we can do, which I don't want to do because Crystal Palace ain't really popping like that. But we're gonna take risks, man. We're gonna take risks. Do you know what I mean? And of course, the high press in terms of the line of engagement. We want to trigger the press much more often, prevent short goalkeeper distribution, get stuck in and step up more with the high line. Hence why I really wanted to do the preseason where it's quite tactical, because I want these guys to really understand this. And I think personally, this might be a good tactic for Crystal Palace. Again, like I said, I'm here with you guys on the journey. This could all falter. All they want me to do is finish in the top 10. So if I lose 10, 15 games, but as long as I finish in that top 10, I don't even care, man. I really don't care. So we'll obviously see. And obviously, I've got them training that in all the 3 spaces. So, like I mentioned before, like I said, we ain't really got money. I mean, let's just look at the kind of players they think I could be getting out there. Scouting budget is 390 bags. The range is Europe. Should I just cover all players in the world? Bro, when you ain't got that kind of P, like, I mean, it's 10 bags more, but that 10 bags more could really be used elsewhere. I'm gonna go out on a limb. I'm gonna go out on a limb. We're gonna do the across the entire world. You know what I mean? Because yeah, I just need some more players to choose from. But there's quite a few players on here they think who would be good for me. But again, remember, guys, as you can see here in the top right, we've only got 600k, so we don't have that kind of money to be worrying about all of that stuff. So Drewsbury Hall, that's a name that I kind of looked at and I was like, okay. We've got Morgan Gibbs White, very, very good player. If I could afford him, I blatantly would. Sergio Gomez, I think he's available. Yep, he's available actually on loan. So this actually might be someone I might actually try and get in on loan. Let's actually take a look. Crossing 16 straight away, passing 15, technique 15, flair 16, vision and work rate. Yeah, you know what? Let's see if we can try and get him on. Let's what they say. Yeah, scouting. But how good are my scouts? That's the real question. That is the real bloody question. Because if my scouts are shit, they could just be saying, yeah, everyone's good. Do you know what I mean? The ones there like, oh yeah, everyone's good. Don't worry about it. Yeah, see, this is where it starts getting all techie. Like, what's all this? Optional future fee. I don't really care about that because I don't think I'd sign him anyway. This unused monthly fee thing, man, that's all higgy. Brother, you just saw I got 600 bags left. It's not like I've got a lot of money to just, you know what I mean? Like, you're saying player monthly fees 150k. So in what? In 4 months, I'd spend my weight. Nah, I can't really do that, I can't really do that. Maybe they'll be willing to negotiate or something. Let me just be stupid and see what they say. Yeah, they're not even trying to play at all. All right, cool. Bro, you stay there, bro. You stay there. Patson Daka, he's a good player as well. Let's see if we can. Yeah, let's do a new list. I don't really like it in cards. Just trying to see what other players are available. Okay. Dwight McNeil, Jonathan Rowe. He's a decent little player. Ben Mee, Daniel James. Ooh, in Bournemouth. Yeah, but see, look, all the players that they're offering me, they'll be good players if I had money. If I had money, like even like a young 30 mil or something like that, then cool. But when you got 600k, you can only really work with what you've got. To be honest with you, Geldhurt. Let's see what position he can play in that attacking midfield. So remember, we've got that support striker. He might be a good option for us in there. Let's see what Leeds United have to say about him. Playing weight percentage, unused squad, preferred position. Nope. Bro, I don't want to use him in the striker position. You know what? I'm going to use him in the support striker position anyway. So that's Joe Gelder. Yeah, guys, if you see any names in there that you think, yeah, no, why don't you go try? He's actually pretty decent, you know. He's actually pretty decent. Monku. Let's go until we got some full knowledge of the guy. You know what? Let's actually do that for Geldhurt, because if I come back with a report and the report says, nah, you know what? He's not even really that good, you know, because they're saying A minus now. Yeah, that A minus could change real quick. I've seen it happen way too many times, man. You think you've got an A minus type of player, and then all of a sudden, bro, like now it's coming back with D minus. What? Why would you even hear A minus then? Like, who's doing the scouting? Don't quite understand what's going on. But yeah, like I said, we haven't really got money, man. Until I get money, there isn't really much that I could realistically do. Let's take a look. Overview, scouting center, players in range. Yes, there we go. That's what I was looking for. No, let's take that off. Players are interested in a loan move. Bro, man, seeing Eric Bailly, you know, crazy. Crazy. Let's work our way down this way. All right, cool. Players interested in a loan. Oscar Bob. That's an interesting one. That's a very interesting one. Let's scan him. Oscar Bob. Obviously, I've got, like, by the way, I've got players that I already kind of know in my brain who I'd want, but with this kind of budget, nah, not really. We can still scout them, to be honest with you. But at the same time, nah, I don't really feel like I need to realistically waste too much time, you know, on that, to be honest with you. Just give so yeah. Ooh, Lewis Miley. Oh, that's the new Newcastle hero, playing in the Champions League for the first time this season. Arda Güler, yeah, old school football manager heads will definitely remember him. But Oscar Bob, of course, Nathan Patterson, because we know with Nathaniel Klein we could easily upgrade in that position. Nianzu, he's a good player. Was he at AC Milan before? No, PSG. Oh, PSG, yes. PSG, they went to Bayern on a free. That's it. I'm thinking of not Nianzu. There's another one, if I remember his name. So these guys interested in a loan or transfer? Because I don't see Nico Williams saying, yeah, I'll come. Well, I can see him saying, yeah, but I don't see the club doing that. Conor Bradley's obviously in there. Let me scout Conor Bradley. It'd be very interesting to see. They'd probably say it'd be fantastic for my team. They would actually probably say that. And let me even check out Kwanzaa. Let's check out Kwanzaa as well. Let's actually check out Liverpool under 21's team. We're going to pinch in this team. Let's take this off because I couldn't give two shirts who's not there. Jaden Dans, you know. Ben Doku, yes. Let's see what he is about. Fully Scout. Bobby Clark. James McConnell as well. He's only 18, you know. I'm going to have a really young team. But to be fair, they want me to develop the young players, you know what I mean? And they want me to buy players to sell for profit. But you're not asking me to do too much, man. Let's just focus on staying in the Premier League first and foremost. Like, where Crystal Palace in real life, like, you lot want me to do everything. Cool. All right, let's move on. So you've seen the tactics. As I mentioned before, 4-3-3. So yeah, let's just move on to the next day. As I mentioned before, I'm not playing friendlies. So the assistant manager will be doing that. Monthly staff meeting. God, what do you want to talk about? Yep. Check the core. Oh yeah, 100%. Doesn't matter. Schedule after the meeting. Good after the meeting. Thank you very much, mate. Mike Phelan. Let me see what he said. Oh, yes. Definitely gonna need that, aren't we, mate? Aren't we? Let's get him on a 5-year deal because I don't want to have to think about this in a few seasons' time. Alan Fetters, goalkeeping coach. What's he like as a goalkeeping coach? Shot stopping and handling really good. Distribution could be better. He's already at Middlesbrough, so I'm gonna have to pay a fee, which is kind of long. How much would it cost? Middlesbrough already drew 230. Nah, this one, bro. We've only got 600 bags in it. We ain't got that kind of money to just be thrown around. Oh yes, that's what we want to see. Especially for our scouts, we want them to be able to identify players, but we want them to already have a high level. Do you know what I mean? No point in them having a really, really low level. Performance analysis, analyzing data at 16, judging. Oh, yes. Definitely get him in. Boom, boom, boom. Medical team, sports scientist. Oh, yes. Now, obviously, guys, don't. I have remembered the wage and stuff like that. If I need to move it, I'll move it. David Kelly, sports scientist. Right, a lot of these guys are actually all right, you know. I don't look at the reputation, by the way, too much. I more just look at the actual attributes in itself, as opposed to the reputation and things like that. Fitness coach, what's he telling me? No. Scouting and transfer team improvements. Another scout? Nah. Bro, this minimum for me always has to be 15, judging player ability and judging player potential. If it's not both 15, bro, get out of it, man. I'm not trying to see all of that. Because otherwise, what's even the point? You know what I mean? Yeah, your adaptability looks great, but I need you. You're here to do that job, so please do that job pretty well. Nah, I'm not getting anyone from another club because we do not have money for that. Physiotherapy for under 21s. He's already. Neil Sims, physio. Okay. Luke Thomas. All right, cool. Let's mosey on. We've got a game, our first friendly, Crystal Palace versus the second team. So let's see how these guys actually play out. If the second team beat us, bro, like, yeah, we're in more problems than I thought. We're definitely in more problems as I thought. The code of conduct. The code of conduct. If you skip the code of conduct, you will have the opportunity to discipline players on a case-by-case basis. I prefer to do that because sometimes I need to find them more than what I've originally said as an example. And sometimes it's difficult to do that because then they start chatting shit later on down the line saying, but you said at the beginning of the season that if I do this, then this is what I'll get and yada, yada, yada. All right, let's introduce ourselves to the squad. I hate all of this press conferencey and all these talk stuff, man. It's so pointless sometimes. I'd like to talk about our Premier Division aims for the forthcoming season. I think we can finish mid-table this season. Yep, players are pleased. Players are pleased. Brilliant. That's just what I wanted to hear. I'd like to now discuss some promises that I'm willing to make for the upcoming season. No, I'm trying to make no promises right now. FA Cup, nah. I have nothing else to talk about. We're good. Everyone happy? That's what I like to see. Body language looking all great. Player targets and promises. No, let's get that every month because I don't like being bombarded with messages all the damn time. Cool. Let's move on. We'll go through a couple of the friendlies and then obviously we'll end that episode. And then, of course, we will then move on to the beginning of the season. G to meet the media. Let's see what my media skills are saying, though. I'm very excited. This is a great club, and I can't even wait to get stuck in. Do you have the wage budget to bring in the players you need, or will you be talking to Chairperson Steve Parish to ask for a bigger budget? I don't want to discuss club finances. Thank you very much. Let's just hold off on that, please. Was there something about Crystal Palace in particular that made you sit up and pay attention? I think there's tremendous potential in this club, and I'm excited to have the chance to help everyone here realize that. Was there anything that gave you reason to doubt whether this was the right job? No, there wasn't really any doubts. From the moment the opportunity came my way, I knew I wanted to actually be here. We are led to believe that you are quite heavily focused on the integration of younger talent. How do you intend to factor that into your day-to-day management? I do intend to give those deserving a chance to prove that they can play at this level. You hail from relatively close. Does that help at all in getting the fans on side with the appointment? I think it can only help. It gives me an immediate bond with the supporters, and we can go from there. How much work do you think is needed to bring the squad up to standard? I intend to give everyone ample opportunity to show what they can do. This is a talented squad, and I think they will show me that come the end of the season. Have you had a chance to meet the players yet, and what do you make of them in general right now? They're excited and fresh for us, and excited for a fresh start and opportunity to work under a new manager. Everyone's very upbeat. These men are asking bare questions. What role can the supporters play in moving this club forward? This is one of the most dedicated fan bases in the world. Come on, Crystal Palace. And they're just as important to this club as everyone else. Where do you think you can take this club? I want to make a long-term success out of this club, and I hope we can make that vision a reality. Got to be careful what you said, man. Don't want to start saying too much. And then, do you know what I mean? What can the Crystal Palace players expect from you in training? I'm all about balance. We'll make sure the team are ready to go for each and every match, or there'll always be sensible approach to the work we put in. I want a smart staff who know how to approach each and every day in an exciting and interesting way. No, I'm all about a balance, my guy. All about a balance. How valuable is a young and dynamic star like Mikel Elise for you to build the future of this team around? Bro, he's a tremendous player, and he'll be integral to our chances of success. Is Joel Ward going to continue as captain? I haven't made any decisions regarding the captaincy yet. Sorry, Joel. Didn't want to do that to you. You know what I mean? They asked me 1-2 questions, and I had to kind of answer them because I haven't really decided on that part yet. Even when we're looking here, the set pieces. This is for attack. Yeah, I don't really care about the set pieces and kind of stuff. I guess you can kind of do your thing. What I'm interested to know actually in this game is, where do you choose who actually takes your set pieces? That's actually an interesting one. Guys in the chat, let me know, where do you actually choose? All now I'm sitting here thinking, more time I remember in the old saves, like it would come up here and then you go into instructions and everything afterwards, as opposed to like you'll pick who's going to take your free kicks and stuff like that. So yeah, interested about that. Obviously they got that for penalties, but I don't see that for that. But we'll wait and see. Joel Ward is the current captain at the moment. I might just keep him as captain, to be honest with you. He's got good leadership. Teamwork's really good. It's the best in the team. Was it? Yeah, best in the team. Yeah, we'll keep him as captain. Not really. Who else could be in there? Yeah, you guys can fight that out yourselves. Don't really care. To be honest, I don't really even like the team. I'll be so real. The only players I like is Elise and Eze. Who else? Brother, how much are you worth? 10 to 11 mil at 31 years of age. Eesh. Yeah, let's see if someone comes in for you later on, man. Let's see if someone can come in for you. All right, let's move it on. Let's move it on, people. Just taking a quick look here. I'm going to wrap up this video in a moment. Obviously, we have gone through quite a bit. We'll get through this first game against my reserve side. And then, yeah, but actually, we'll go through to the very first fixture you guys can see against Sickleborg. Okay, cool. We won 3-0. That's good. I'm not trying to see us be defeated. We enjoyed near total domination over a distinctly average Crystal Palace second team at their Palace Academy. A brace from Czech Decore. Okay, I see you, my brother. Helped Crystal Palace to victory. Who else got a goal? And Edward. Okay, fair enough. That's cool. 3-0 victory. We'll deal with that. But yeah, we'll go through our very first friendly, and then, of course, I will end it there. And then, of course, we'll jump back in for the next episode. So let's get through all of this. Post-match analysis. I don't really care about that for this game specifically. When we get to like Premier League and stuff like that, then we will really start to potentially get, diving in and things like that. But you guys, of course, you've seen the squad. You've seen the kind of team. I'm going to actually take a look. In fact, we'll do that now before we head out of here. I'm going to delay that for a second. We'll look at that when we come back. in the next episode, only because I just want the scouting report to just finish up, just to make sure. You know what I mean? I don't want to just be a bit too quick. Oh, look at that. People pleaser. You have a happy pause. You have a happy squad. Mike feeling perfect. Let's take a look at the under 21s, man. Also, as well, what I like to do is change this because I kind of want to see. Okay. System manager's opinion of this player's current ability. Nope. Of this player's potential ability. Potential ability. General. Yeah, let's put that one in there. Because I kind of need to see. What can it move in front of? Condition. What's this? Match sharpness. Unless you don't really get what that. Okay, cool. So I can take off that first one that I had. Oop. Cool. All right, let's replace this match sharpness one. The morale. Yeah, maybe we could potentially think about that. Sorry, people. Just want to change this one up. Cool. All right. Just so I can have a little look, because I want to take a look at my under 21s and under 18 squad. All right, let's see the potential rolling then. Okay. Mustafa Indolo. Indolo. He's got potential ability. What's that? 4.5 stars ish. He's at 1.5 stars at the moment. He can play attacking midfield. 16 years of age, so dribbling's only at 11, technique 11, decisions pretty good for a 16-year-old. Work rate does need to improve upon that. Yeah, all right. You know what I'm actually going to do is we're going to move him to the under 21s. Let's see how good he really is. David Ozo. He's all right. He's all right. He's injured at the moment, though, which is not good. How long is he injured for? 6 weeks and 3 months. Jesus Christ. Lord of mercy. Mofe Jemede, another 16-year-old. The 16 ones, man, if you're good, like your potential is good, I'll just throw you in under 21s, man. Let's see how good you really are, mate. Jesse Derry. Yeah, okay. Nothing really. No one I'm looking at and I'm saying, oh yeah, no, he can enter into the first. That's what I was really looking for, like someone to be like, yeah, he can come into the first team. Yeah, definitely need to sort out this team. Looking now, obviously, we can see Tariq Mitchell. He's been wanted by Manchester United. Nah, bro, you gotta spend a P to get someone like him. I can't even just let you do that. Chet Decore, he's wanted by Chelsea and AC Milan. Yeah, again, you gotta spend a P. If you want these players, I'm not even Chet Decore. I don't know. Tariq Mitchell, I don't mind because I've got players in mind. But of course, we're selling at the beginning of the window, so we'll have to get through that. Why did they block it? Request to add more. Are you going to allow me to add more? Thank you. That's it. Dave Williams, the scout, has been signed. Sports scientist, recruitment analysis. Yes, please recommend a signing for me, please. No. Monku. See, I said he's pretty good, man. He's pretty good. That's what they've said anyway. Would be a terrific signing. Okay, cool. So B plus. See, look, what did we say? What did I say before? A minus is what they gave him when I first looked at the report. Now it's a B plus. Yeah, I'm saying I know they're kind of similar, but sometimes these small margins in this game, boy, they really do matter. So yeah, let's quickly get to this first game of this preseason. Please don't get slapped. I beg. I know we got injuries, but bro, just put up a good fight. I don't even know who the sickle ball team is. Yeah, I mean, we've got Charlton away as well. That should be very, very interesting. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, yeah, you guys are punks. Nathan Patterson. Oh, yes. Excellent. Would he be available to come in on loan, though? Look at the player monthly fee. Overall price when the deal becomes permanent will be 56 million. That's a mandatory. Come on. Come on. Big up everybody in the building. No, I do not declare interest. I don't know where that even came from. No. So this is the recruitment meeting. Oh yes, let's add him in there. Let's add him in there, mate. Skip the sparring contracts. Yes, we know about that. Yes, yes. Like I said, I don't really do all of these kind of meetings and stuff like that. Half of them, they really don't play that much of a factor. Like you could easily have just not done them, or I could have just got the assistant to actually just deal with half of the stuff. All right, first friendly. Let's see. Come on, Palace. You're gonna do me wrong. I can feel it already, man. I got negative energy. I don't know who's in the chat, but I've just got this negative energy. See, draws and that. Who the fucking Sickleborg? Who is Sickleborg, bro? Crystal Palace could count themselves highly unlucky to only draw in their friendly match. Bro, get out of here, man. Get out of here. That's poor, man. Let's take a look at the game real quick. Eze, IU, Edward obviously scored. Bro, look, we had 23 shots and only 8 on target with a 1.97 XG. And we still drip, bro. Come on, man. This, I can already feel bad. I can already feel that this is just gonna be long. I can already feel. Let's just quickly watch the goals here, just for you guys. Maybe I'll just quickly take off the sound, and then yeah, we'll head out of this video. Oh, again, big up everybody who is watching. If there is anybody watching at all, let's turn off the volume for this. First and foremost, wagwan. Let's turn off the sound. Don't need all of that. I don't want no copyrights in that. Let's see this. Ball into the box by IU. Very good finish from Edwards. Very good header in the box. All right, cool. All right, we'll save it there, people. We will end it there. And then, of course, we will come out of this. Big up everybody, of course, who's in the damn chat. Thanks for everybody who's obviously tuned in today for the first episode of my Football Manager save with Crystal Palace. Like I said, I know this one's a bit long, but we won't be keeping the videos this long. Like I mentioned, about 30 to 40 minutes, if that, to be fair, on my next video. But please, please, please make sure you guys tune in for the next episode. We're going to be going through the preseason, and then potentially we'll try and get into our first game of the Premier League season. Hopefully we can get some bids in because we ain't got no money. We ain't really got anything to kind of, juggle around with and stuff like that. So let's hope someone comes in for one of our players, and then we'll have a conversation about it. We will have that conversation. But guys, big up your damn selves. Love for rocking with me. I'm G, and we are